Dragunov comes out. He puts the steps down. Dragunov gives him a little punch, and he jumps over the railing and goes into the crowd holding his shin.
Yep.
This guy's a freaking monster. Why do you do that? Chad Gable. Oh, my God. This whole thing with he and Otis and the rest of his team there, he is turning out to be one of the best heels that I have ever seen. It's great ring work, but his microphone work is absolutely stupendous. This is one of my favorite parts of Monday Night Raw at this point, watching Chad Gable work in this, the way he speaks, the way he acts on the promos, on the way he wrestles in the ring. This guy is got to take the Intercontinental Championship away from Sami Zayn. Got to do it.
Teddy, I know that you probably love this guy too. He's one of the guys we've been talking about off and on for months now as somebody who was just fantastic in the ring. But finding this little smaller guy in stature to all these other people, bullying and pushing them around. Actually, I never really thought of him as a heel, but he plays that character perfectly. He reminds me, Teddy, of Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, everything's good with Chad. I mean, that stuff is really good. And if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be great, man. Everything is good. Now, you guys talked about Chad Gable and all these other people. Now, I'm going to talk about the match that I saw last night was just tremendous and outstanding. And I'm talking about Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Brother, do they look good or what?
Yes.
These two women are absolutely great. They look great. Their work in the ring is great. And the one thing I saw last night that they did that I thought was right, at the end, they did the run-in. They usually send down two people to beat up the people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Two people shouldn't come down and beat up Bianca and Jade. That ain't right. And they sent 4 girls down. That's what I like. How you gonna outdo that? You know what I mean? You got 2 people going up against 4. So that makes it, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about the women's division in AEW. You're missing that. There's nothing there like that that's in AEW right now. WWE really has got a hot women's selection of female wrestlers that you can't find anywhere.
It's because the WWE know exactly what they're doing, and AEW have people over there that knows exactly how this goes too, but they're just not doing it.
Bill, you were about to say something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to say something which I know we're running out of time, but we can discuss on our next segment, is what the hell are they doing with Bron Breakker? Bron Breakker worked underneath, so to say, with Ricochet, who had the bandages on and all that, and Bron Breakker, with an injured guy especially, should have put him away in 2 minutes. That match lasted 10 minutes, and then Dragunov came to rescue Ricochet and chased Bron Breakker away. This guy is the modern-day Goldberg. That's what he is.
I am so glad. I'm glad that you brought that up because I watched that last night and thought the same thing. Like, what the hell? I expected him to come in there and just tear him apart, and he didn't do it. And I was like, what the hell are they doing? So I'm glad you brought that up. Teddy, I know you watched last night. What did you think when you saw that?
Well, what's next?
Yeah.
Well, you got the dog-faced gremlin son here. He's got that whole fire that his father, Rick Steiner, and his uncle, Scott Steiner, have. And they have the guy, again, getting beaten up by Ricochet for 90% of that match. And then he gets out of the ring. Bron Breakker holds up the stairs, and Dragunov comes out. He puts the steps down. Dragunov gives him a little punch, and he jumps over the railing and goes into the crowd holding his shin.
Yep.
This guy's a freaking monster. Why do you do that?
And that's unbelievable. You can't believe that.
No, it should have been him standing ground and the other people running for their own lives. That's how it should.
No, he should have turned around what should have happened when he had those stairs in the air. He should have turned around and threw them.
Yeah, and drove them all.
That's what he should have done.
Yep.